Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome to the Qweek Start. This is Andrew here to encourage you, to motivate you and prepare you for this brand new week. Today we're going to read from the book of Psalm chapter 139 from verse 23 to verse 24. And it says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my concerns. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Now this is David saying this very deep and honest prayer to God because he wants to live a life that is pleasing and holy to God. And today I want to title this devotional, this Qweek Start, self-examination / assessment. It is so important, especially as we start a brand new week, to self-examine ourselves, to have an assessment of ourselves. You know, it is one thing for a doctor, a counselor, a psychiatrist, or a mentor to give you an assessment, their assessment of you, but it's another thing for you to make your personal assessment, because you see, you know yourself better than anybody else. There are things that you cannot tell anybody, but you know them inside your heart. But God does know things that you probably don't know. And so we see here David asking God to search him, to test him, to see if there is anything in him, that might be a hindrance to what God might want to do in his life, or even in his devotion and worship to God. And so my prayer this week, as we start it, especially on this Monday, is that we will examine ourselves. Assess yourself. Look and see if there are things in you that need to be worked on. Look at your victories. What are your strengths? Do you know your weaknesses? And bring them before God and ask him to give you the strength to overcome them. And if it is something that you know it cannot be overcome, that God will give you the victory and the grace to walk through that challenge of life. Because there are things in life that you just have to live with. It might be a chronic sickness, it might be a genetic disorder, and it's something that it bothers you, or it might be just something that mentally disturbs you. But having an assessment of yourself is going to take you a long ways, and also putting it before God is going to make you vulnerable. And that is what God wants. God wants us to be vulnerable. God wants us to be weak, because when we are weak before him, then we are strong. He gives us his strength when we are weak. So that's my quick start for you today, to have a self-assessment, have self-examination of yourself. And when you do, you will be able to walk right before God. You will be able to win. You're going to walk with your head held up high, knowing that there is nothing you're hiding from God. You're hiding nothing from yourself, because we can be a good liar. We can put up a face before people, but you cannot lie to yourself. So be victorious this week. Go and conquer. Go and be prosperous. Go and overcome every challenge that comes before you, knowing that God is with you and he will never leave you nor forsake you. God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. This is Andrew here with your Qweek Start. God bless.